to our Kroger associates. For the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Kroger is now hiring, with immediate openings available to help keep our stores open and stocked. Apply today at jobs.kroger.com.
Okay, recording. Meet Anchor. It's a powerful app that lets you record a podcast anywhere and get it heard everywhere. All you need to do is download the free Anchor app and hit record. Just go to anchor.fm/get-started. Your story matters. Make a podcast with Anchor. That's Anchor.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We will be starting up here very shortly. I'm just going through and checking my routes. And as you can hear, I have Spotify ads now jumping in the background, so thanks for that, Spotify. But yeah, I'm just checking to get my route set up for the next leg of this journey. I am on my 6th stop now in this Road to Riches journey I started. I've only been playing for like 4 or 5 days now, so still relatively new to the game, but I've been picking things up pretty decently, I feel like, and actually starting to be able to enjoy the game more, especially doing this exploration stuff and just kind of traveling out through space. We will also be doing this stream a little differently than my normal videos. I'm not going to be having the webcam on for this stream because I honestly just don't have a good spot where I can set it and get like a decent angle or view on my desk anywhere. And with the TV I use as the monitor, it's kind of awkward to try to mount it to the back of that because it does have like the little stand where you can hang it off of it, but I tried everything I could and I just could not get a decent setup, so I will work on that for future streams because I do plan on streaming this a little bit here and there, maybe once a week or every couple weeks, just to kind of take a break from sim racing and do something a little bit different. Alright, just in case anybody's curious what the background music is about, like, if you don't know, it's a little difficult to find copyright-free music. Right now, I'm actually, well, I'll throw my screen up right now for you guys too, because I was going to show you guys the route we're going to be on. But right now I am using, I don't know if you guys might know of him, his name is Harris Huller. He runs the YouTube channel Alpha Gaming, and he's like a big proponent of helping people out in the streaming and like YouTube market, I guess, because it is technically sort of like a market. It's there for people to make money and do what they love, and then I guess that's the best way to really put it, is calling it a marketplace of sorts. But that's what he does. But he put together this huge list. I believe he actually paid out artists to make it for him too, but a massive list of just copyright free music you can use in backgrounds while streaming. So I thought it'd be good to use for Elite Dangerous, because there's just a lot of floating around in space scanning stuff, especially doing Road to Riches. So I thought it'd be nice to have something in the background playing just to kind of fill the gaps in a little bit. And then if we pop over here, this is the route we will be taking. We started off in Ziarla. Not really sure if that's the right pronunciation, but we're going to go with that. And we have made our way down through here, and we just stopped off, I believe, here. I'll make sure once we get back in the game, obviously, but I believe this was the stop I was just at. Was actually up really late playing last night. I've been kind of like taking this journey slow too, doing a little extra exploration along the way, just to like really kind of enjoy as much of the game as I can. I really enjoy space games, and I actually have played the second game in the series, Frontier 2 Elite, back on the Atari, and I didn't realize they were actually in the same series till just recently, so that was really cool to find that out. Get rid of my FPS counter. We definitely don't need that up there in our way. So right now I currently am running the adder, and I've actually got it upgraded fairly well. It's done everything I've needed it to so far in this exploration journey, and I did kind of mess around in the beginning and do some mining, some trading stuff, and a lot of like courier missions just to kind of build up a little money off the get-go to try to get a better ship and upgrade so I could start making a little bit more money. If you've played this game at all, you know it is a very, very grindy game, especially to get started in. But once you get going, it does like seem just to become a lot more enjoyable and fun to play. I actually don't believe there's anything to do here. I think I already sold everything before I logged out last night, but we'll just double check. Yeah, I've only got a couple left there. Every like so many stops along, or so many jumps, I've been kind of stopping off, selling things as I go, and just seeing what ships and stuff are for sale as we get through the different docks and stations throughout the galaxy. Alright, so let's double check here, make sure I'm where I think I'm at. Okay, let's go back over here real quick. Yep, okay, that's what I thought. I thought I had actually made it to that one, but I could not remember. Like I said, I was up super late, till like 5 a.m. actually, doing this run. So we'll pop over here. Oops, gotta go back. Need to be in the galaxy map. This should actually be extremely close. Yeah, not much along the way at all as far as stops. Where I've got this thing upgraded at right now too, it actually has a fairly decent jump range, which I was kind of surprised with how cheap the adder is, how good it actually is as a beginner ship. Especially if you want to do things like exploration. It seems like you could get pretty far, honestly, with just this alone. I actually have bought a couple other ships, and they're just sitting in storage right now, just because I prefer the adder, honestly. It's just really enjoyable to fly. And it makes really, really awesome sound. It's got a very, very 50s, like, sci-fi look to it. We'll go out here in third person and kind of look around. You guys can see what my livery looks like on it, too. But yeah, it's just got that really round, like, 50s sci-fi vibe to it. And as you can hear, too, in the audio, as long as I got the audio mix right, if you guys want to let me know in chat if the game's actually, like, loud enough to the commentary, I'd really appreciate it, because I didn't get a chance to, like, do a test record or anything like that. And being my first time actually trying to stream Elite, it's really hard to say if I was even close on getting the audio settings right for this. And yes, I am running all like the docking assist computer and stuff, not because I can't dock on my own, but because doing this Road to Riches exploration is so much grinding already. It's just a lot of extra effort to go through manually docking at every space station I stop at. And also having Super Cruise Assist is just so nice, especially for fuel scooping, which I have a pretty good fuel scoop actually on this, so it really does not take me long at all anyways. But it's nice just to like throw the ship in orbit and be able to run to the bathroom or something, just kind of let it go in autopilot for a minute. Really, I feel like it's kind of honestly appropriate to have those things. I mean, you don't need to use them obviously if you don't want to here in Elite Dangerous, but it is just like nice to have it because obviously this is set way in the future. We're in starships. There's no reason these ships wouldn't have those things actually built into them, and just like people now with auto assist driving cars are starting to use them more and more, I'm sure people that would pilot space or starships just countless light years through the galaxy would really also enjoy having those functions and using them. I do know for a fact though there's a lot of really hardcore Elite Dangerous players that just like absolutely shun the use of those like assist systems. Looks like everything's already been explored here, so we may as well just go ahead and jump to our next destination. There's no point in just sitting around here wasting time. Didn't burn like literally hardly any fuel at once. Like I said, I was really surprised by how good the Adder is as far as just being kind of just all around a decent ship for like really early game. And even once you like have a little money to buy other ships, it's honestly not a bad option just because it's so cheap. And it does have a fairly good jump range for something in this class. Also guys, I do want to apologize if anybody watching dislikes the sound of really clicky mechanical keyboards, because mine has extremely clicky tactile switches, so you will definitely hear a lot of keyboard noise as we go, especially because it's hard to keep my mic far enough away from my keyboard to like kind of isolate it a little bit from the noise. Let's jump in here and get our full spectrum scanner out. Oh wow, there is a lot of bodies in this one. Guessing this is probably, yep, just degraded emission or encoded emissions. Emissions of some sort anyways. Now you guys are really gonna get the full depth just how clicky my keyboard is. There is so much clicking when you're going through the spectral scanner or spectrum scanner. Yeah, more Spotify ads.
Just go to anchor.fm/getstarted. Your story matters. Make a podcast with Anchor. That's anchor.fm/getstarted.
Hey, we got a water world. That's probably actually one of the ones we need to scan. Or do a surface scan of, I mean. So we need to go down more. High metal content world. What else do we have? Is there anything over here in this area left? So we got 12 of 35 so far.
Did you know that Spotify is available on Google Home? Now you can ask your favorite little speaker to turn itself into a big old dance party just by using your voice. It's like
Another high metal content world.
Playlist, give some love to your favorite new song, and turn up the volume.
I'm guessing these are emissions.
Tap the banner to get started with Google Home.
Every now and then you'll find a planet or a star like just kind of wandering off on its own a little bit away from the orbital plane. Wow, I could not get my words out for a second there. Being like really new to the game and like trying to like remember all of the terminology, especially for a game like as complex as what Elite Dangerous is, I'm not really surprised I'm having a little issue trying to get my words out and remember everything. What do we got here? Wow, these are really clustered together over in this area. Gas giant, I'm gonna say those should all be like extraction sites just about then. I gotta say, it's kind of a nice change of pace doing something besides sim racing all the time. It definitely gets very, very just stressful, I guess. Obviously, nothing like what real racing is, but still, when you're doing YouTube videos and trying to put out decent content and also drive decently, it all gets just a little bit tiring when you're doing it like 5 days a week for a year. Definitely nice to have a little change of pace and something just a little more relaxing and chilled out. And really, this is just a really great game to just relax and have fun, because obviously there is more like stressful paths you could take, like combat and like smuggling. I can't remember what else there is. There's a lot of like black market activities that I'm sure are a little bit stressful, especially having to have your ships outfitted to like run with low heat signature to be able to get in and out of the docks without getting scanned. But with what I'm doing, it's honestly a pretty nice, just relaxing session of gaming, and nowhere near the amount of just sheer concentration it requires to get through some of the races I've been doing. That's a really interesting looking planet. I haven't seen one that looked quite like that yet. I've noticed you like see like so many just like icy and rocky planets that look so similar. It's kind of nice when you do discover something that actually looks a little distinct. Alright, we're at 26. We got 9 more. Oh, there's one off to the left there. I missed 2. Another gas giant. Alright, what else do we got? Anything left over in this area? There's one. Guessing we got yet more missions over here. I haven't like really gone out of my way to get all of the signals in every like star system I've been into, but if you're like already close to stuff I'm already scanning, I'll just kind of knock them out. Or if there's like a lot of them really clustered together, I like to just knock them out of the way because it makes it easier to tell if I've missed a planet somewhere when I'm having a like hard time tracking down the last couple. Alright, where are these ones? What do we got in here? Another icy body. Still got 3 more left. I'm gonna have to jump back out and actually look and see which ones I'm supposed to do a surface scan for. I gotta say, I definitely have got to work on surface scanning a little bit more too. Like, sometimes I can get the efficiency bonus, but it's kind of really hit or miss, and I've been having like a hard time figuring out like a really exact method on like there's super large planets that have like a 7-shot limit to get the efficiency rating. I get like super close, but always have trouble just getting the last, like, a lot of times actually I get to like 89%, which is extremely frustrating when you just end up 1% away from having it. So we need to go to B1. Ooh, it's a little decent little run over there too. I was not expecting it to be that far. Jump over to our system map here. And we want to go to B1. I'm pretty sure that is that water world I was talking about being the one that we're supposed to scan. It's definitely more efficient if you actually remember which worlds you have to scan, so when you're actually doing the full spectrum scan, you can just target it while you're already in there and just continue doing your scan for the rest of the star system. It's not that bad though, this computer's fast enough, it doesn't really take much to alt-tab out real quick. So how's everybody's day going? I hope it's better than mine. My day hasn't really been that bad, but I woke up and we had like 5-ish inches of snow or so, which is really great towards the end of April to still be getting snow like this. We had like a few decently nice days, and then it just like cold snapped again, and it's just been terrible. And we've actually had snow twice in the last week. Maybe 3 times actually. I might be remembering it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was twice. The weeks have been kind of blending together since the whole quarantine thing. A whole lot of just sitting at home. Even for me, like being a stay-at-home dad, I'm already home a lot as it is, but with quarantine all going on and having 2 kids, a third on the way, and a pregnant wife, we've been staying home a lot. Luckily, I have stuff like this to keep me kind of, busy, but even then, sometimes you just want to get out and see people and do something for a little bit. Seems like this adder with the upgrades I've done to it picks up speed fairly decently here in Super Cruise Assist, or Super Cruise. It doesn't seem like it really takes too long at all just to make it across like really long distances. Like this was like 6,700 light seconds or so away. Really not taking that long to close that gap down, and I'm really even going under like the recommended amount of throttle. The sounds that this thing makes though are just so cool. It definitely does have like just a full-on 50s vibe. The only thing that kind of sucks, which I noticed that when I was like watching a review of somebody talking about it, was actually Down to Earth Astronomer. He mentioned it as well. There's not like the greatest view up here in the top like a lot of the ships have that are just like panoramic top. Hey, how's it going? Is that supposed to be like ship racing here in Elite? I know there is like some like canyon running and ship racing people do here in Elite. I've never heard of that though. If that is what it is though, like a Elite Dangerous like ship racing club, I actually would be kind of interested in that. It sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. I gotta say, I was a little bit worried too coming into playing it on keyboard and mouse how the like game was actually gonna handle and play, and I gotta say I really like it. I did have to go in and like adjust some things, and It obviously did take a little time readjusting to the controls. It's been a long time since I've done any kind of flight sim stuff on a mouse and keyboard. But after a little bit, I actually really enjoy it, and it seems like you have just a lot of control, plus all of the different like hotkeys you can have set up on your keyboard. Just makes life really easy, I feel like, here in Elite Dangerous. I do gotta say, one thing that like made all of it just way easier for me though was like having the hotkey assigned to like center your mouse, because like I would be like in the middle of like combat trying to like get away or like get myself reoriented so I could actually target who I was going after, and I would forget to like recenter my mouse, or it would be just a little bit off and it would cause me to spiral off the other way. And once I had that set up and I set it to the third mouse button on the like scroll wheel, and I got used to actually using it to recenter after doing a lot of maneuvers, it made like flying so much better. Oh, that's awesome. I'll definitely have to look into that and check it out then. I definitely do want to try to find some of the like planets that have really deep canyons and try to do some canyon runs and see if I can actually pull it off. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun. I've seen that there's not like a ton of them that have like really deep canyons, but there are some that have some really cool stuff. Oh, I would love to do some SRV races. I've had so much fun learning to drive that. They actually did a decent job too, I gotta say, getting it to handle pretty well on the keyboard. Like at first I had a really hard time with it and I couldn't figure out why it was so difficult, and then once I turned off the what is it, pilot assist or whatever it is, and actually used the like manual control throttle where you have to hold it down, it was so much easier to like actually control it and be able to carry some speed. The boosters have been a lot of fun getting used to like learning to use too and play around with.
Did you know that Spotify makes a playlist every week just for you? Every Monday you get a fresh playlist of 30 songs based on others that you love. It's called Discover Weekly, and you can play it right now. But remember, the playlist changes every week, so when you hear something that pricks up your ears, hit the
Playing
button
this has
easy
definitely got me to where like
to start
in the future, after I can actually save up a little bit more for it, I do want to invest and get a new HOTAS set up. It seems like this would be really fun to play with that, and I really want one anyways just for flight sim stuff. I used to really enjoy flight sims when I was younger, but it's been a very long time since I've actually had a flight stick set up and played.
To do is download the free Anchor app and hit record. Just go to anchor.fm.
We can get a little closer than this.
Your story matters. Make a podcast with Anchor. That's anchor.fm/getstarted.
Alright, let's see if I can actually do this in a decent amount of hits. How many do I actually... Okay, 6. My microphone is literally right in front of where it tells me how many probes I need to get it within to get the efficiency bonus.
Played a cassette tape. You could have listened to an 8-track tape. If you knew what an 8-track tape looked like. But you listen to Spotify.
Let's give this one over here on the left a second to hit, just so I can see where it actually goes. Like the smaller ones I can get pretty easily, but the large ones I've just had like a really hard issue getting them to get a decent enough coverage in that amount of shots. So that one actually didn't seem too bad. It actually covered a decent amount on that side, and then we'll shoot one right here, and we'll go one directly in the middle on back roughly. Hopefully, if I calculated that right.
Mission objective detected. Surface scan at 50%.
I don't know what mission I would have a signal source for. I don't think I have any missions right now at all. Hey, I actually got it that time. Maybe all I needed was some sleep, because I was like just really hit and miss last night. Okay, let's, oops, pop over here. Yeah, I don't have any missions. What is this about? Alright, let's see where we're going to be going next here. That was actually a really fast jump for that one. This one's a little bit further. And that's quite a distance from that star too. Wow. The next one's not that bad though. That's a pretty far jump to get there though. Alright, this next couple are going to be kind of interesting then. Should be more than good on fuel, I think. Oh wait, no, I did copy it. I was going to say, I forgot to copy the location. Let's pop in here. I gotta say, this has been a really, really fun and easy way just to make money while I'm exploring, because that's really what I wanted to do when I got into this. Let's see if I can get it to actually, there we go. That's such a weird thing. It does it like every time too when I plot these, and then I have to like move away from it and reselect, and it lets me plot just fine. 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps to get there. Alright, well, I guess we should get going. Let's see. Buckyballers will have all an info for good tracks you'll need. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to look then. So like I said, like being really new to the game, it's kind of hard to like figure out where to go to do things like that, and there's just so much information on this game. It's actually like kind of mind-blowing, which it makes sense with how just massive this really is.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I hope you guys are enjoying the music. I know some of it's kind of like iffy, but like I said, it's really tough to find copyright-free like playlists to be able to use while streaming. A lot of them are just kind of garbage. There's actually like a few decent ones, but there's like a lot of explicit songs, and unless I went through and manually made my own playlist with the songs from that and excluded the explicit ones, I would have to age restrict the stream, which I don't really want to have to do. I definitely don't need to be getting any copyright strikes on my channel either, so better safe than sorry, and it's a nice change, I feel like, from just the default Elite Dangerous music. Although I find it odd when you do use the auto docking computer. Oh, I guess I should throttle up, got distracted talking. But I find it odd that when you mute the music with the auto docking computer, it still plays classical music every time it lands or takes off for you. Kind of funny still, but it's honestly a little bit annoying that even when you mute it, it still does it.
System scan complete.
Nerby 3A. I'll go ahead and screenshot that. That way I can look it up later and check it out. So there's literally nothing here. Oh, there's some clusters and a couple signal sources. Wow, this is a really, really empty star system. Alright, where's our next jump? Capricorni sector BVYB0. Okay. Oh, actually, can I fuel scoop this star? I'm spending, nope, cannot fuel scoop that one. Okay. I'm still fine on fuel anyways. I've just been trying to like get in the habit of doing it, so when I do start doing longer jumps, I don't forget it and strand myself.
Frameshift drive charging.
gonna say, are you gonna come up, FSS?
System scan complete.
Oh, I'm guessing there's just 2 stars in this system then. Yep. Wow, this is really empty out here in this path I'm taking now. I actually don't know. There was one other stop I've made, I think, in this whole trip so far that only had a single star or 2 stars inside of it. Not even gonna see Mawa Livoon. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm trying to pronounce that.
Frameshift drive charging.
I know I did mention it earlier, but anybody that might be tuning in late, if you're interested in having this music in your stream as well, it's uploaded by Harris Heller. You can get it over at Spotify. You can follow him here on YouTube too at Alpha Gaming. He does a lot of videos on streaming and YouTube and just trying to be helpful to the community. He's definitely invested a lot of time and just his own money, not only in his own stream, but also just testing things out for the community in general and giving people a better idea of what they should be doing and where they should bother investing money at. So you do have a depot here.
System scan complete.
I'll have to check that out too. I know I had saw something somewhere where there was a few people that did do like free to use music for Elite Dangerous, but I could not remember where I came across it at. So yeah, there's not really much here except for the depot. We will stop off there real quick, go ahead and fuel up, see if I got anything I can sell off. And I am going to go ahead and be lazy about this and actually super cruise my way over there so I can take a quick break and run to the bathroom. Alright, looks like I made it back from the bathroom just in time. That's what I mean though, like having the Super Cruise and assist and auto docking, while a lot of like people that have put countless hours into it that are like the elite players might shun it and look down on it, it really does make life so much more bearable when you're doing exploration stuff like this, I feel like. see, where are we going to be going next? Probably somewhere else out in the middle of well, everything out here is out in the middle of nowhere, but I'm sure you get what I mean with the last couple systems I've jumped in. Just really barren and nothing around.
Docking request granted.
I'm going to be lazy again. Because I have the auto dock thing engaged anyways, like whenever you get ready to actually set down when you try to manually dock, once you hit 0 throttle, it takes over anyways. I always forget about that, and I'll get like ready to almost be down on the landing pad, throttle down the last little bit, and then it just takes over and does it for me regardless.
Gear deployed.
I guess if I thought about it, I could just go in and disable the module when I did not want to use it, but that just seems like even more work that I don't really want to do, to go in and change it on and off when I feel like manually docking.
Did you know that Spotify makes
That's a nice little drop in the bucket, and we still got a decent little bit more to sell once we get further away.
of 30 songs based on others that you love? It's called Discover Weekly, and you
I actually should have more money than this, like almost 2 million more, but I actually did buy another ship, and it's just sitting in storage right now because honestly this was more enjoyable to fly around in, especially doing exploration, and with all the upgrades I had done to it, it just was a better option really.
No, really. You could have listened to the radio. You could have spun some vinyl. You could have played a cassette tape. You could have
Oh no, definitely. I definitely understand you on that one. I still do occasionally do manual docking, and I do a lot of land downs on planets.
and you still
So I've had a decent amount of practice doing it. It's just, with me doing this Road to Riches, it makes life way, way easier. Alright, let's see. Do I even want to bother looking at the mission board? I mean, I could and see if there's anything like really close together I could stack up for some money.
It's a powerful app that lets you record a podcast
Bunch of
anywhere,
illegal stuff.
everywhere. All you need to do is download the free Anchor app and hit record.
See, yeah, I was gonna say that should be that one.
/get started. Your story matters.
I mean, I could donate some money. I've got a decent little bit stored up here just to get some rep out of it. You know what? I'll go ahead and do these couple that are only 25,000 credits just to get a little bit of reputation out of it. I was gonna say, I think that's all of them.
Incoming message.
Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that would be worth me just kind of taking a quick break from this run to go out and do right now. I've noticed a couple times when I've made stops along that I can actually get like a decent stack of courier missions that don't take very long to do, and they're all in like the same place, and those ones I don't mind taking. But I don't want to waste a bunch of time running around for a little bit of money when I could just keep going and make a few million credits in like half the time. I should be done then.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Oh, there's my buddy Mr. Cretin over on YouTube if you guys want to follow him. It's Kreeeton. I'll message him back here in a little bit, or if he's watching the stream, I guess you know what I'm doing. Let's see, while I'm floating around here, let's see what this is about. Oh, reputation status. and promotion to Pathfinder. This has been going up extremely fast with me doing this. Oh, I guess I should probably pop over here into my map and actually mark our next location. Where is the little selector ring thing at? See, I don't know if it's just me being new to the game or if this is actually just the map or the star system map being weird. See, I can select that one. Why does, you know what? I can just do this because I still have it copied in there. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Like, it will randomly not let me select certain points along my route I have plotted out when I switch targets up. But it'll let me select ones later down the chain, which is just kind of weird to me. Like I said, I don't know if it's me doing something wrong or if that's just a weird bug in the game. Because I have noticed there's like some weird like bugs and glitches you get in menus sometimes, and you gotta log out and log back in to kind of like reset it and get it working right again. I gotta say, it's definitely kind of annoying where my mic is at right now. It literally blocks where the little thing is that shows you where your mast locked if you're landing gears down and everything, so I literally can't tell unless I look around my mic whether I'm out of the way or not. Oh, I forgot what I was saying though. Keaton, if you're actually still watching the stream right now, later on I definitely will if you still are on. I just want to keep trying to get some of this knocked out and try to roll in some more money here while I'm already out here. See, anything interesting here? Whoops, I'm already past where... There's like nothing in this one either. We are like out in the middle of nowhere on this little journey today, boys. Oh, why'd I go back in there? I honestly don't know if that's 100% necessary to get the data for like single star systems, but I've just gotten the habit of every time I end up landing inside a new system just going ahead and running the FSS anyways. Can't hurt, right? I really like the way the control panels look in this. I know I've said it quite a few times in the stream, I love the way this ship looks, but I really do. Especially loving old sci-fi movies so much. It's just got such a really cool feel to the inside. Only have a couple of these ones that have been mapped. High metal content. Oh, what's this? There we go. And another one. Wow, that is a really tight cluster there. Oh, that makes sense why. Oh, there's still something here. Come on. I was gonna say, like, I know I just saw it turn into a solid ring for a second. What am I doing? May as well clear these out and make sure I'm not missing anything in that area. Oh, there we go. Five more left. Let's see. Where are these ones hiding? Whoa. I'm guessing this, yep, emissions. Oh, I wasn't zoomed out, that's why it was being crazy. Oops. Four more. Foden colony. Alright. Two left. I think I got lucky this time and I didn't land in a, well, go into Super Cruise in a spot where I was kind of like locking myself out and some of them were hiding behind the star. Like the last 3 or 4 systems I had to do last night, that's exactly what happened to me, and I would have to scan them, then after I got all but like the last few, go and move around it to be able to get to the other side and actually zoom in and scan the rest of them. Yeah, I thought it wasn't just me. I thought it did weird things sometimes, because like I said earlier too, like sometimes when I do the search, it does not let me plot my route, but as soon as I like go out away from it, reselect it, it lets me plot just fine. Which none of it's like a big deal, but when I first started playing, it definitely was really throwing me off, and I thought I was just doing something wrong until I figured out like what was actually going on. I think I like went major overkill on my fuel scoop for this, but honestly I don't mind it at all because it makes the stops I have had to make. Oh boy, we're getting real close. Come on, jump. But yeah, it's made it like way easier and faster when I do need to fuel scoop. Oh, it's not that bad. We'll be fine. Wow, that's another just like single star system. Alright, well, we may as well just keep going to the next site then, because there's literally nothing here and I just fuel scooped anyways, so. We're going to scat, that's lovely. Ooh, we're taking on heat again. It'll be fine. The first few times, I'm not gonna lie, when I tried to like do that close to the stars and started taking heat damage that quickly, I kind of did panic, but I realized usually you can jump way before you take enough heat to actually do anything.
Temperature critical.
Okay then. I know for like what I'm doing, it's not really necessary to go through and scan all of the systems and map them that I'm coming across, but like the explorer side of me just is like, you may as well do it, you're already here, even if you don't make very much off of it. Oh wow, that one looks crazy. That's pretty cool. And see, like if I didn't, I just skipped along on the route it's telling me to without taking the time to do this, I wouldn't have got the chance to actually know that was there and see it. Oops. I was reading chat there for a second, got distracted. Oh yeah, that's literally exactly what the learning curve of Elite is like. And basically, yeah, that's how I felt too. Even with like the new stuff they added in that's supposed to help new people, it doesn't really tell you all that much unless you go in and like try to do some of the other training videos. Like I had no idea what I was really doing to do any kind of mining, so I actually had to go in, do the training just to be able to figure out what I was supposed to be doing and how to do it correctly. And I've literally Googled something probably 15 times a day since I started playing, just on Elite Dangerous, trying to figure out what I need to be doing or where I need to go to get something. Like the FSS, it took me a little while to figure out how I was supposed to be able to get it, and then I figured out how much it cost and had to go work on getting the money together to get it. Or like learning how to use the SRV? Yeah. I believe that's right, SVR, whichever one it is. That was definitely a steep learning curve, especially if you have the default keyboard set up for it, like as far as the keybinds, because they're really bizarre and made no sense to me.
You have a story to tell, and maybe you thought, I should start a podcast. Meet
I played last night, Keaton, for like 5-6 hours too. I definitely put in quite a bit of grinding last night, but a lot of it was just more of things I wanted to do anyways along the way.
Make a podcast with Anchor. That's anchor.fm/get.
So it wasn't that horrible, but is it really just only in emissions right here? I guess so. I could have swore there was another one under there hiding, but I don't even know how many levels of zoom I just went in there. I just had to keep going and going for that one. Oh wow, there's a nice little cluster here. That's one thing I've noticed, like even though like the really high like body count systems seem kind of daunting, a lot of times a lot of it's like almost stacked up on each other, it seems like, so it's really not nearly as bad as what it seems. Like some of the lower count ones I feel like have been more of a struggle to find all of the like planets out there, just because they're so spread out over the orbital planes. Like, these are all super condensed together and really easy to find. Ouch, that hurts. An hour looking for void opals and didn't find any. That seems like a really, really painful process to go through. I definitely do want to start mining some more here after I get a decent ways through this and get some money put in the bank. Okay, that's all of them in that section. What do we got here? Oh, there goes my phone. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to mute my phone. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a big cluster over here, too. A gas giant with water-based life. I think that's the first time I've seen that. I could be wrong. I could have like clicked through really fast last night when I was exploring and seeing one and didn't even realize it, but I don't remember coming across any of those. Let's see, one more over here. Is this just emissions? Yep. Oh, there's another one of them over here. Emissions, yep. Of course it's emissions. Oh yeah, I did. I'll go ahead and accept it after I get done with this. Yeah, I literally saw it right as I was getting ready to jump on after I started the stream. Whoa. I was still zoomed in another level. I was like, what is going on again? I guess I should just know by now what's going on because that's what it is every time. It's just I get so many levels of zoom deep and just completely don't realize I'm still zoomed in some. Wow, there's a lot over here too. See, I've heard that, and I've yet to be interdicted by an actual player. It's only been NPCs for me, which is kind of surprising. I figured by now, especially because I actually have like flown around with cargo for a decent while and forgot I even had it. Still never had anybody. The only reason I even realized I was still carrying the cargo was because so many NPCs kept stopping me and trying to pull me out of jump. Oh, that's an interesting looking one too. I haven't seen one quite like that either. It's only got like a few of the spots where like the magma or whatever is showing through the surface. Yeah, I was gonna say these have got to be emissions. Just clear that little area out though. Oh, there's still something here. Oh, there's still a few somethings here. It's kind of what I was saying though about like clearing those emissions out, especially when you're like just trying to go through and quickly scan. Sometimes I don't notice the little blue blips on the screen. So if I clear out like a really big cluster of the emissions and back out and there's still something there, I know I missed the planet. Oh yeah, I'm sure eventually it'll happen. I'm just surprised it hasn't happened yet, honestly. Especially as like much warnings as I've seen about it and as much as I've seen like people talk about it. So we got 2 more, which kind of sucks because those last 2 are probably going to be a pain to find. See, we have this orbital plane with nothing on it. Okay. I am not seeing. Oh, I'm literally like right on top of one and almost didn't realize it and kept going. It's just a pain in the ass half the time. Most of the time people have ganked me, they don't even fight, they just waste time. Yeah, that seems like how the NPCs are too, basically. Usually they just waste my time when they try to stop me. I've been pretty good about being able to avoid it like a good 90% of the time. So it hasn't been that bad, but there's been a couple times when I've like walked away and left it on like Super Cruise Assist or be jumping and get pulled out. Where is this last one at? Like, I thought I was hearing something there, but I think it's still just the signal from those playing. Ah. Wow, that one was kind of tricking me. I couldn't tell if it was just like this part right here is or what. There we go. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. You do a lot of trading. That would be just horrible. That's the only like reason I got good at getting away was because I had that cargo on my ship for so long. Oh, we gotta switch to a new system now? Oh no, I'm targeting the nav beacon for some reason. What the heck? I was gonna say, I thought we still had some jumps left for this. Oh wait, that was our last location, wasn't it? So we need to scan B7. This is going to be a decent little run. No, I really want to see one though. It seems like it would be a really, really interesting thing to have happen. I forgot which one I was supposed to be looking at now. Got distracted by looking at chat again. B7, okay, that's what I thought. Let's do this the easy way. Oh yeah, it is way, way out there. Yeah, no, I can't wait to finally get a chance to run into the Thargoid. Even just like getting to like one of the planets where they have like their artifacts and like crash ships at would be really awesome to go drive around on and just explore. Yeah, from what I've read in the videos I've seen of people that actually fight them quite a bit, there's like triggers to be able to get them to actually stay and take interest in you. Like one of them was like having meta alloys and dropping them out in spaces where they normally would be able to appear. And then after they show up, attacking them so they aggro you before they have a chance to just get the meta alloys and take off. But yeah, I definitely don't want to have to try to fight one. It seems like they take a ridiculous amount of power and just a lot of time even just to take them down. I actually watched a video earlier of a guy that fought 8 of them. It was 7 or 8, I believe it was 8 by himself, and it was like a 6 or 7 hour long battle, and like it wasn't that hard for him because he's had a lot of experience doing it, so he was like crazy good at avoiding them and had a lot of like tricks to avoid taking damage so they couldn't like lock onto him with their like really powerful weapons. But it was like 7 hours of grinding and shooting at the hearts to take him out.
Give some love to your favorite new song, and turn up the volume of your favorite podcast. Tap the banner to get started with Google Home.
Yeah, that definitely could have been it. Do you mean Parker from work that we worked with for a while?
I should start a podcast. Meet Anchor. It's a powerful app that lets you record a podcast anywhere and get it heard everywhere. All you need to do is download the free Anchor app and hit record. Just go to anchor.fm/get-started. Your story matters. Make a podcast with Anchor. That's anchor.fm/get-started.
What's even better than having millions of songs at your fingertips for free? Getting thousands
I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to just kind of skip over scanning this one, but
you can listen to shows from the worlds of comedy,
already here, may as well. It's not like it's that bad, really. If it was any further than this, though, there's a good chance I probably would have just said whatever.
desires.
Should be a decent enough payout, though. Oh, I didn't know Parker played this. That's cool.
Check out what's streaming right now.
Is that who was in the group with you? Yeah, I worked with him for a little while, not real long. Oh, by the way, thanks for reminding me about the HUD colors, Keaton. It's way, way more enjoyable now without the orange everywhere. It definitely got just like hard on the eyes looking at it all the time. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I was gonna ask you too, like, how does the, like, group play work? Like, since you're, like, obviously clearly not gonna be in the same galaxy, when you join a group, like, does it automatically put you in a ship together, or what does it do? Yeah, it definitely does look way better. It makes it a lot easier to like distinguish stuff on the screen, I feel like, too. Like even over here in these menus, it feels like that's so much easier to read than like the default oranges for some reason. Oh, so like literally it's just like tying you in together in the game world then, pretty much. Whereas you would like more than likely be in separate instances if you went into open play and your friend was also playing. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see your last one right before that, so yeah, it's just playing in the same instance. That's kind of what I figured. It would be cool though if there was like a mode for like group play where you could actually see. That's what I was kind of thinking too, like having somebody else in your ship would be kind of cool, but at the same time for them it'd be like extremely boring because they'd just be sitting there. I'm assuming, I don't think there's many ships that you would probably have any kind of like co-pilot functions in, if there is any at all. Actually, I don't know if there is because I haven't looked into that. But yeah, like the way you can like hire crew members, it'd be really cool if I could hire my crew member and just have them sit in my passenger seat so there's somebody there with me at least. I don't care if they do anything or if there's actually a point or not, but it'd be nice, just especially since there's like 15,000 credit crew members I saw you can buy. I know it's a silly little feature to want, but it seems like it'd be cool just to at least have somebody when you look over sitting there instead of just this empty chair. Okay, that makes sense then. I guess that wouldn't be like too bad if you were like trying to do like specific things that were like heavily combat related and you wanted to like go in and knock it out as a team just to make life easier for yourselves. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it'd be like really useful or much fun outside of things like that. No, I haven't seen either one of those yet. Like, I've discovered quite a bit of new stuff so far doing this Road to Riches thing, but I know there's still a lot of stuff left that I have not seen, even as far as things just like stars. At least I don't believe I've ran into a white dwarf star. I might have actually. I could probably look in the codex and check, but just off the top of my head, I don't believe I have. So that's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure that I have ran into a white dwarf star, and they just like look kind of different, but it's nothing like real crazy. This is an interesting planet. So we got 7 shots on this one. Honestly, I probably ought to get a little bit closer than this. This is probably going to take forever for these probes to hit. It seems like I'm pretty good ways out here. See, these 7 probe ones are the ones that have been giving me trouble too. Like, I've seen a few different people's videos and what they say to do, but I just have a hard time getting their method to work. What I've been doing is firing one so it hits on like the front kind of, and like a pie graph cut into 3 basically. Let's see how far that wraps around the back, see how far I actually need to shoot these ones out. And then I've been going kind of like in between where I did those, but further out to get around to the back side, and that seems to work decently. Alright, so we need to get one directly in the center. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, no, outside of like the little bit of like on my own exploring I did in the beginning, pretty much all of it so far as exploring has been me doing Road to Riches, so I definitely have not seen any of them. Oof, this is gonna be... Let's see, I need to get towards the back. Hopefully this gets me enough coverage. I still have one more shot after this and still hit the efficiency rating though, so we might still be alright even if I don't get it. I think this shot should get me there though. Maybe. Come on. Oh, it's so close. Alright, so I need to get like over here because these are the only real spots I left open. Definitely starting to get like the feel of using the deep surface scanner a little bit better, and like being able to judge where to aim to where I want my shots to land. Let's see if I actually got that where I wanted it. We only needed a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we got to get our next location. Oh wow, this one's pretty far away too. Looks like most of the rest of these are all at least a decent sized jump. Oh, there's another shorter one. Oh wow, that's a huge jump compared to the rest. I mean, obviously it's not anything like really crazy, but compared to everything else I've done on this and what I'm seeing in the rest of this list, that is massive. Okay, so next we're going to be going to Vela Biani. Pop over here and get our location put in. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I cannot right click and click paste. I have to actually control V to paste. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps to get there. Yeah, we're good on fuel for a while. I almost forgot to check. I know I'm probably being like way too overly cautious about fuel, but I just really don't want to get stranded somewhere, especially when I actually have a fuel scoop.
Ready to engage.
I guess it would help if I actually paid attention and throttled up. It's okay though, I'm still trying to get used to having to double task and focus on checking the stream and what I'm doing in the game. Usually when I'm sim racing I don't have to worry about that a ton because most of what I'm doing anyways is just focusing on getting through a race or something with a little bit of commentary here and there. Whereas this, you kind of got to be at least a little bit on top of things. There's just a lot more going on around you two than in a race, which kind of sounds funny, but there actually really is. Honestly, I don't remember. I know I bought like literally one of the best ones I could for this thing. Will it show me if I go over here in modules what level it is? I have a 3B fuel scoop. Oh, cool. I'll check that out. See, I knew there was probably something along that, or those lines I could do to make it a little bit faster. Part of it has just been like me wanting to like stop along the way and just explore things. I will look in there though and switch that off after I get to this next jump and see what it does. Because I know this thing has a fairly decent jump range on it compared to a lot of the jumps I've been doing. I'm guessing we only have the star in the system again. Couple signal sources, yep. Okay.
Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Kroger is now hiring, with immediate openings available to help keep our stores open and stocked. Apply today at jobs.kroger.com.
Alright, yeah, that definitely is gonna save some time. And now that I've kind of like got past the whole like initial wanting to stop and check all the docks and stuff out, doesn't really make a ton of sense for me to not go to the fastest way possible instead. Oh, I can fuel scoop that. That's perfect. I was actually gonna run down and grab something else to drink. I just finished my drink I did have, so I'm gonna mute you guys and let this thing orbit for a minute and refuel, and I will be right back.
On Spotify, you can listen to shows from the worlds of comedy, politics, entertainment, sports, business, cats, the business of cats who love sports, just about anything your heart desires. Whatever your niche, Spotify has a podcast for you. Tap the banner to check out what's streaming right now.
Alright, we're back, and yeah, definitely could have some things happen and go wrong when you're not actually near your ship. I've been fairly fortunate though so far. Let's see here, we need to get around the star a little bit more. Oh wait. Oops, I forgot I was locked onto the star as my destination. I was like, why is my red dot not moving? That might help a little bit. That's like the 4th or 5th time I've done that after getting done orbiting the fuel scoop. I'll go to leave and then I'm like, why is the red dot not moving to where I can see it no matter what I do? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm targeted on the star. So we got a dock, a whole bunch of emissions stacked on top of each other. Is that all that was in there too? Oh, everything's already discovered. What am I doing wasting my time on these? I guess I should have actually double checked and looked to see if all 10 were discovered. True, I just usually end up throwing it in orbit and letting it run its course while I go do whatever I need to do for a second. Why am I going that way? Hey, I actually managed to give myself an... Oh, now we're taking on heat. Since I actually gave myself enough room not to take on too much heat. And then as soon as I open my mouth, it happens anyways. I definitely feel like with all of the warnings your ships make and like how dramatic it is when you actually like get the ship a little bit hot even or bump into something, it's more of like a scare tactic than anything, because it seems like it just takes a massive amount to actually really do a lot of damage. How many do we got in here? Not a whole lot. Emissions, whole bunch of emissions. I was gonna say, there's got to be something else in this orbital plane. gonna go out on a limb and say those are both gonna be emissions. Let's see if I can find this last one here. Right there it is. I was like really afraid of orbiting around the suns at first too, but this thing seems to do fairly well on heat. And just orbiting and fuel scooping, it doesn't go very high. It does freak me out a little bit though still too, because like trying to get away from it and go to my next destination gets a little bit sketchy sometimes. And yeah, damage does add up fast when you're going to be out for a while. See, as far as in the galaxy, isn't there a way to like go all the way out and see the whole thing and the bubbles? I know I've seen it, I just don't know how to do it yet. Oh yeah, I forgot I needed to mark the next spot and my path. Let's see, we're at... We'll just do it the easy way. Really? Again? Why is it... Oh wait, I'm already here, ain't I? What am I doing? Just kidding. I need to see what planets I need to scan. 1, okay. That one should be easy to remember. Okay, thanks, I got you now. I thought that might be what it was, but it didn't seem right, like, thinking of it in my head. It's sort of like, how they bury the, like, hotkey assignment for the FSS is, like, way under a menu that makes no sense, instead of with all of the other FSS stuff where it would make sense to put it. Just one of those things that's kind of like hidden and doesn't have a very good explanation of why or what it is. Oh, whatever, we'll just go with recommended throttle and just let it go for it. I always get so paranoid I'm just going to overshoot it. I always just wuss out and back off the throttle way too soon, even though I know it like auto throttles down as I get closer for me. I was looking at chat and I almost went way off course. I don't even know how I ended up pointing down like that. I'll check that out, Keaton. I'll screenshot it so I can remember that one too. And yeah, Commander Thudpucker, you were definitely right. It would take a lot of the fun out if anything really did make sense, or you didn't really have to work for it that much like you do. It's a lot of why I enjoy it so much. Yeah, it's like a struggle, and there's a lot of like grinding to it to be able to get better ships and build reputation and stuff, but I actually really enjoy that, so it is like 90% of the fun for me in this game. Let's go there. So we need to do this one in 6. You know what, actually I'm going to let this one hit and see how far this actually wraps around. Oh, wrong side.
Did you know that Spotify makes a playlist every week?
Okay,
just for
let's
you?
go
Every
right
month, you get a
there.
fresh playlist of 30 songs based on others that you love. It's called Discover Weekly, and you can play it right
There.
now. But remember, the playlist changes every week, so when you hear something that pricks up your
There.
ears, hit the heart button to easily find it again.
And there.
To start discovering.
Surface scan 50%.
Did you know that Spotify is available on Google Home? Now you can ask your favorite little speaker to turn itself into a big old dance party. Just for
Hey, I was right.
It's like having a personal DJ on call. Ask Google to play your favorite playlist, give some love to your favorite new song, and turn up the volume of your favorite podcast. Tap the banner to get started with.
Oh yeah, that was the last destination for this one. Okay, let's see. Where do we gotta go next? Wangjin Yi?
Story to tell. And maybe you thought, I should start
Sure.
a podcast. Meet Anchor. It's a powerful app that all you need to do is download the free Anchor app and hit record.
Honestly, that's a little easier to pronounce than some of them have been, I'm gonna say.
Your story matters. Make a podcast with Anchor. That's anchor.fm/get started.
Okay. See, that's what I thought. I knew there was a menu and an option. I just was not sure where it actually was at. So I'm actually pretty near the bottom over here. I guess I could turn that back off though so I can actually see a little better. Whoa, what? Did I mark the wrong place? Yep. Definitely clicked the wrong one. There's no way it should take 10 jumps to get... Yeah. I must have been on a different location than I thought I was when I clicked, but okay. That looks a little more correct, especially for how far it said it was supposed to be.
Frame shift drone charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Well, boys, it's rolling up on about dinner time for me here, so after this last jump, assuming I actually can get a dock or a port to land at, I'm probably going to call it a day for this stream. I definitely do appreciate everybody that has jumped in here and checked it out today, though. I actually had a pretty decent turnout, and I really appreciate you guys being active down in chat, and especially giving me advice, especially being so new to this game. Oh, wow. Oh, there's an outpost. That's good. So I will be able to dock up, sell what I have right now, and leave me at a decent point to pick back up from. Oh wow, there is a ton of them scattered along this. I forgot to look and see which planet I actually need to scan to while I'm here. When I was in the Road to Riches tab in Chrome a second ago. Oh, there's still something there. That might be it, since it's a water world. Oops, wrong button. Oh no, you're definitely both right. That's why I was up here till like 5 a.m. last night. It was the same thing with, I'm just going to scan one more system while I'm out here too, when I really didn't need to because they don't pay out quite nearly as well as the ones I'm actually doing the Road to Riches pass for. What do we got here? Wow, they are just like extremely clustered up. I'm not complaining though, it makes it way faster, especially when there's 32 of them I need to go through and scan to fully scan the system. Is that just emissions? I was gonna say, I'm pretty positive that's all that's there. Yeah, that's just emissions too. It's like kind of hard to tell sometimes depending on where the scan's going down if there's like a faint one there or not, because some of them like are not very bright. Hello? So say, are any of them going to turn solid for me here? Later, man. Have a good one. Okay, so that was all that was left was just emissions there. I might end up streaming again later on tonight because I do want to do some actual landings and try to do some more resource collecting off actual planets instead of just flying around just to get a break. Definitely does start wearing on you doing these when you're just kind of flying through space, jump to excuse me, rack up money. But I do want to like get a good start in the game and actually not have to struggle a ton with money. It seemed like this was just like a nice, easy, fun way to start off doing that. So that's all that's left over here, I'm guessing probably is just missions. Yep, just a bunch more missions. So we only have 5 more. Let's get these out of the way. The wedding barge chats honestly cracked me up a little bit. The first time I saw them, I just sat there and read them for a while, and they're actually kind of hilarious sometimes. Oh. No, that wasn't one. That was just the trails going down the screen. That's what I was saying too, like just catching it out of the corner of your eye, sometimes it's hard to tell if you actually are spotting a signal source or if it's just the scanner running down the screen. How is there still 5 left and I am not seeing any dots? Are they like out on their own somewhere? Okay, where is this? Oh, they were all together, it looks like. Oh, there's one way off up here. Real sneaky on that one. There we go. See, that's what I thought too. They were just like really hard to spot for some reason, and I swear I scanned that area like really carefully a couple times and I did not see the blips from them for some reason. That's why I'm glad I found out that little like trick there to actually just back out, go in and target the unexplored area and then point your ship and then go back in to scan it. I actually picked that up from Down to Earth Orbital too, and for like exploration on some of these where the planets are just really off the orbital plane or like that where it was just really hard to find for some reason, it is a like priceless tip of information for somebody that's exploring. We're really close to that one. We may as well just go ahead and jump there and dock up. I don't know why I always do a roll before I go around like that. I know I don't have to, but it is somehow like just become this odd habit that I've picked up already. Well guys, I really do hope you enjoyed the stream. For those of you that did pop in and come into chat and talk with me for a while, I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to check out more videos like this. Like I said, I will try to be doing streams here in Elite Dangerous like once every week or every 2 weeks, just to get a nice change of pace and have some fun. Anyways though, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time.